The next step for any facility is sizing and choosing the correct tank. This example facility uses 2.26 tons per month. That is the estimate. Typical tank sizes are 6 tons, 14 tons, 30 tons, and 50 tons. For an example, this is the style of tank. This is called a tank receiver. You build out a structural pad. This tank gets trucked in. You lift it off with a crane and set it in place, and it gets bolted down. These tanks require a vaporizer that's an external electric vaporizer, a regulator skid, as well as telemetry. Another option is a Permamax microbulk tank. This tank arrives on a skid, so it arrives on a normal flatbed truck, which means a fraction of the price for shipping, does not require a structural pad, does not require the permitting for that structural pad, and can be lifted off without a crane, just using a heavy-duty forklift. So there's some advantages here. Also does not require an electric vaporizer in most cases. Still requires a regulator skid as well as the telemetry to let us know what the tank level is. This Permamax style tank is good for a 3-ton or 6-ton. Anything bigger than 6 tons, we need to go to the traditional receiver style tank. Going back to this example, we estimate we're going to use 2.26 tons per month. Now, we can't choose if there was a 2-ton tank, we couldn't choose just that. We need to give a little factor of safety there, as well as the CO2 companies are not going to be filling your tanks when they're completely empty. Their target is to fill the tank when there's 25% CO2 remaining in the tank. So if we take a quick calculator here, and I think the best size here is going to be the 6,000 pound, which is a 3-ton tank. So if I take 2.26 divided by 3 tons, yep, we'll have about 25% remaining. This means this tank as a 6,000 pound or a 3-ton Permamax tank would allow us to refill this tank once a month. Going back to these tanks options, if we chose this style receiver, we would have to put it into a 6-ton tank. This would give you capacity for about 2 months. However, there's additional costs. Typically, it's about $20,000 to $30,000 more expensive in this case because of the structural pad and the additional rigging and installation required. We're going to go with a 3-ton Permax tank here, which saves us time and money on the permitting, the building the pad, and gives us adequate capacity.